Welcome Tenno. Today we're going to go through a few tips and tricks I use to create my Christmas build. You can obviously adapt the style to anything you want, but there are a couple of important aspects I want to run over to help you pull it off. So first off is room selection, more specifically Skybox selection. Now we're building in an open space, which means I can make use of the void backdrop. Using the void backdrop means I don't need to build any tributors. I can simply create holes in the wall, and the backdrop will color it in for me. Now, another cool thing with this backdrop is its cool bluish tone. It's a very good match for a lot of the light-based decorations we have, which means to build this room, we not only have silhouettes in our arsenal, we can also straight up draw with some of these decorations. Now, I've used the lamps to build trees, and various corpus lights to add detail to the buildings. And using these in conjunction with the silhouette really drives detail into the build. Well, the second point is the real key to making this whole thing work. Now, to put it simply, you need to build all of your detail in a single plane, and you want it as thin as possible. So for a quick example of what not to do, now I've got this clock tower of nice Solaris plates, but I've made the clock surrounding out of a big thick tire, and the plate representing the hands is perpendicular to the clock tower, meaning it's sticking out into space. So as we inch to the left, we can see that those two thick decorations totally black out the skybox from this point of view. That's what you're trying to avoid. And obviously the way around this is to make sure our decorations are nice and flat, and we have nothing protruding out into space. Now, for the vast majority of the details in my build, I use the Solaris backing plates. If you have even smaller detailed work, you might want to stock up on some of the smaller items in the Zariman collection. Things like their cutlery scale really small. Now, my last bit of advice is whenever you're making light a focal point of a room, also play around with reflections. Now, there are a few decorations that give really nice reflections. Now, on this build, I used the upturned tone decoration. When you put it upside down, its underside is really reflective. Now, these reflections essentially give you a load of extra atmosphere for not very much capacity at all. And then these reflections kind of allude to like a wet floor or a wet surface. And I get all the reflections from the trees and the buildings and the cutouts, all for essentially free and next to no effort. But it looks fantastic. Now, I do have a build time-lapse for you guys. But before I let you go, can you consider giving the video a like? Hit the sub button if you want more dojo content. I also want to give a quick shout out to Wizard. I'll link to his build where he also did a silhouette in a skybox, which served as a massive inspiration to me. Peace out, and I'll catch you in the next one.